Okay, hi, I want to show you how to use your visualizer as a whiteboard in Teams. Now, when the visualizer comes out of the box, it only contains one cable and a mat, so it should be fairly straightforward to plug it into your computer. Just attach the USB cable to the visualizer in the back and then the cable to one of your USB ports on your computer. And immediately the visualizer should come up as a webcam in all your programs like Skype or Teams. Now we can try this. So I've already plugged in the visualizer. So if I now go to my settings, then devices, and then the camera, now I'm using the rear camera of my laptop. Now if I switch that to the Jurist DC80, I should see a picture of a piece of paper that I've put here, and I could write on it. So we already see a problem here. So the picture from the visualizer is not in the right direction, right? So it's should be mirrored, which it doesn't do automatically. So we either have to do this manually, or we use a different method, which is what I would highly recommend. Because there's another drawback to using it this way. Yeah, so this would just replace the webcam that is usually there to show your face. And as you know, if you have a meeting with several people, your face is only a small section of the whole screen. But what you really want is, if you use this as a whiteboard, you want to fill the whole screen for every student, right? So this is why we're not going to use it as a webcam, but we're going to use it as a whiteboard. Now to do this, we need some extra software. So I recommend using the software that is designed specifically for this visualizer. So we need to go to this website, so www.jurist.com/support/downloads. And then you just download the visualizer software for Windows or for Mac, depending on what computer you have. You don't need the Twain driver. There should already be a driver on your Windows computer. So I've already downloaded it. If you have downloaded it, you just install it as you would always install any program. Now, problem, of course, if you have a laptop from the university or you're working on your office PC, you might need admin permission. So you need to ask Julia to install this program for you. I'll later show you a workaround that works but lacks some functionality. Okay, so once you've installed the software, you should see the program visualizer here in your start bar, and I'm just going to start this up. Unfortunately, my laptop is quite slow. Dear God. Okay, so yeah, so I wasn't careful. So as all webcams, you can use the visualizer only in one program at a time, right? So you cannot use it, let's say, in Teams and in Skype at the same time, or in this visualizer program and in Teams at the same time. And I still have my webcam in Teams set to this camera, so I'm going to switch that again to the rear camera here. Can't use the front camera because I'm using that to record myself. All right, so now I'm going to start the visualizer software again. This time it should work. There it is. Right, and you already see the problem with the direction being wrong has been solved. All right, so you see a different problem now. The visualizer is hunting, so it can't hold focus. But there's a way around this. So let me just move my picture here slightly upwards. So at the bottom left corner, you see these three sliders. And if you select them, then you see a focus and exposure. And right now it's set to automatic, so the visualizer tries to focus automatically. Now it's quite possible if I put something different here, like my hand, it will be easier for the visualizer to focus on it. But if I just have a blank piece of paper, it will be in trouble. So you can just turn off the automatic exposure. Now it's completely off, but you need to figure out where it lies. So I've already tried that, and I found that with a value of 11, I have pretty good focus. And likewise, you can also turn off the exposure the auto exposure. You should only do this if you have very stable lighting conditions. But as you can see, I have a light here that's fixed, so that works fine for me. Maybe we can even turn this down a little bit. Still fine. All right, so now I'm in this visualizer software, and I can just share this, right? So I can just go to screen, to Teams, go in a meeting. I've set up a dummy meeting here with my wife's laptop, and I can share the visualizer software, right? And then this is what the students will see. Right, and now I can just use this as I would use a whiteboard. Right, that's basically it.